It's Elon Musk versus USAID right now. If they had a scoreboard, I want to know in the comments right now, who do you think would be up? Now, Trump's Deputy Chief of Staff, Stephen Miller, just demolished USAID.
So he has plenary authority to carry out the foreign policy of the United States. So bureaucrats at USAID cannot interfere in the affairs of foreign countries to prop up regimes, to thwart America's interests, to facilitate mass illegal immigration, nor to facilitate diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, which violate federal civil rights law. All this DEI BS violates the federal civil rights law of the United States. So the president is at the apex of authority here. Moreover, as you mentioned, Congress doesn't dictate to these agencies how to spend the money. Agencies exercise discretion on these grants, on these contracts. So take, for example, funding to these non-governmental organizations, NGOs, that fund open borders. So they funnel tens of billions of dollars to these open borders private sector orgs. Congress never passed a law giving those organizations that money. President Trump can not only pause all those funds, not only can the agencies pause those funds, but agencies can instead, if they wanted to, give those funds to organizations that support border security, that deport illegal aliens, that find criminal aliens, that provide detention for dangerous illegal immigrants in this country. There's no law passed by Congress that says that we have to funnel money to organizations that traffic children. Quite the opposite. These are crimes. Well, illegal immigration is a crime. DEI is a crime.
Amen.
Well, Stephen, do you...
Amen. This guy just straight, I mean, he's straight. Oh my gosh, man. These people have been getting government funding, aka our tax dollars, and have not been audited, so to speak, or been reporting what they've been doing with said money. And now you have Donald Trump, Elon Musk coming through going, hey, how y'all spending that money up over there? We needs to know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we need to know, hey, it's our people money that y'all spending, so we need to know what y'all spending it on. And boy, when I tell you, we found out some more stuff that you said was spending their money on outside of all the frivolous crap that we discovered in yesterday's video. Trump's re-election sent shockwaves through Washington, but nothing has rattled the establishment more than his creation of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, a wrecking ball aimed straight at the deep state. Mario Nawfal added, with Elon at the helm, DOGE is tearing through bureaucratic red tape, exposing government waste, and bringing long overdue transparency to the system. Exactly, because I mean, all this stuff was going on behind the scenes and we wasn't privy to it. Elon is just lending his name. He's applying real world business expertise to modernize a bloated and inefficient government. Regulations that serve no purpose but to enrich unelected power brokers are being slashed. Amen to that. The swamp is panicking. My fault, lost my, where I was at. Legal challenges, media attacks, and political sabotage are already in motion. Clear signs that DOGE is striking a nerve. You know, they say if you don't piss somebody off, you ain't doing something right. The deep state's grip on power has been unchecked for decades. Now, for the first time, there is a real effort to dismantle it. The question isn't whether Trump and Elon will win, it's how far the establishment is willing to go to stop them. Definitely, they're there to shake things up. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, can't say that I have to say that I'm extremely grateful for what they have achieved. Anywho, I've learned also the difference between anywho and anywhom. Y'all just got to give me some time now. Anywho, see? Anywho, NJ, New Jersey Senator Andy Kim just held a press conference outside of USAID crying about the closure, and he claims it's illegal. Libs of TikToks also added, why do Democrats get so triggered when you ask simple questions about where our money is going?
I'm Senator Andy Kim from New Jersey. About 20 years ago, when I first...
Hold on, I want to make sure y'all can hear him. Hold on, let's turn the volume up.
I'm Senator Andy Kim from New Jersey. About 20 years ago, when I first came to work for the federal government, I walked through these doors right behind me. I was started off my career in public service at USAID. And I just have to say how proud I was to be able to serve the country, how proud I was to work for USAID, to be part of the foreign policy of this country. And I have to tell you, it was really tough today walking through these same doors 20 some years later, only to see it shut down to employees. Now, I got all weekend long, I was getting calls and phone calls from people that I worked with at USAID before, people that are there now, people who have been disrespected by this administration that pushes them to the side, basically calls them criminals, and tells them not to show up to work today. In fact, I went inside trying to speak to the acting administrator, Gray. Unfortunately, was not able to meet with him, and I'm going to continue to try today to be able to meet with the acting administrator because I want to hear straight from him. You know, these are the orders that he gave. You know,
Oh, he gonna hear straight from him. I hope you heard from him right after this. Simple. Dude, look, if y'all are appropriating funds for proper things outside of DEI, then maybe you can keep funding. And on top of that, maybe if y'all don't resist showing us the receipts about how our tax dollars are being spent, you wouldn't be out here crying, trying to get some sort of public sentiment in your favor.
you have mysterious people within this new administration sending out emails across the entirety of USAID telling them not to show up. I talked to this. I talked to the security guard. I talked to the security guard just in there. He said he has been given specific orders to prevent employees of USAID from entering the building today. And I just find that to be absolutely ridiculous. You know, this is no way to govern. This is no way to treat public servants. And this is no way for us to conduct our foreign policy as a country. So I just had to show up today, see it with my own eyes, you know, the chaos of this administration and just their attacks upon public servants in our country.
What recourse does Congress have? It doesn't seem like any, Republican senators are really speaking out about how this is being handled. We used to person.
This is an attack on our public service in this country. It's an attack on taxpayers.
Congress taking any action to.
Well, I certainly hope Congress takes action because what is happening here is illegal. It is unacceptable to have a president try.
It's illegal. Oh, Democrats want to talk about illegal. We can do this illegal conversation all day when it comes to Democrats. Please don't take it there.
Executive power be able to reorganize or remove USAID. This is an entity that was created through federal statute, codified through federal statute, and something that cannot be changed, cannot be removed except through actions of Congress. So the idea that they are moving forward in this way without any notification to us about.
I'm sorry, I can't listen to this man whine and complain no more. Okay. I'm sorry. Too bad we don't care what you Democrats think, aka wrote. Our taxpayer. This is how much of our taxpayers' money politicians have given to foreign countries in the last 4 years. Mexico, 295 million. Wow. I'm looking at it, several hundreds of millions. But you go to Ukraine, 2.6, Egypt, 6.3 billion, Afghanistan, billion, Jordan, billion, Somalia, nearly, basically a billion. Yeah, that bank needs to get closed down. USAID is the biggest money laundering scheme of all time. And that's exactly why Democrats are freaking out about it. It's about to be exposed. Now, Mays said he stumbled up on a ProPublica site with a tool built that allows you to see the money wasted by USAID and DOD on failed projects in Afghanistan. Up until 2015. And then see what it could have funded in America. Let's see what we got going on. No, y'all can't see that at all. Maybe I ain't gonna be able to show y'all this at all. I'm gonna have to go down to, come back to this screen and I'll explain to y'all what these are. So on this first page right here that I just pulled up, the Cabal's winter blanket. The facility itself cost $335 million to build and had an estimated annual fuel cost of $245 million. The most recent cigar assessment said, at best, it was used at just 2.2% capacity as the Afghan government could not afford the fuel. USAID declined to comment on that. Not only that, $249 million on an incomplete road between March 2014 and September 2017. This was in Afghanistan. There was no construction on this section, and what had been built deteriorated. The report concluded USAID also declined to comment on that. The healthcare facility in the sea. A 2015 report into USAID's funding of healthcare facilities in Afghanistan said that over a third of the 510 projects they had been given coordinates for did not exist in those locations. And of course, they declined to comment again. Of course, they declined. So you seeing all our taxpayer dollars just being wasted. I mean, absolute wasted. Awakened Outlaw posted this photo of Hillary Clinton and her standing in front of the USAID sign. And he added the caption, "If you think what we've learned about USAID is bad now, just wait until all the real juicy details emerge." What don't I know about Hillary Clinton in relation to this? Hillary Clinton attached to anything is a bit spooky. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. We got to keep it real now. Now,
the idea is
right here, we're gonna further expand. Salty Goat is further expanding on why Democrats are freaking out over USAID right now. Oh my gosh.
It was USAID that I fear much more than the CIA, because the USAID is how CIA gets shit done.
USAID is clearly in the job of trying to bring about regime change. It has secret bank accounts, shell companies.
USAID gets $50 billion a year in U.S. taxpayer money. That's a larger overt fund than the CIA has.
USAID perhaps is the new CIA.
Of course.
Have we ever tried to meddle in other countries' elections?
Oh, probably.
Not only that, meddling their influence. America, we just greedy. We just want to take over everybody's mental intellect and brainwash them into some sort of regime rhetoric that, to oligarchy rhetoric. Let me go.
This is not just about over there. This is about here.
They have a process, a system by which they destroy other nations, and they use that same process and system in order to destroy the United States.
It's a plot against our own people.
America, what if I told you that the United States government was acting like the world's Gestapo, using organizations like USAID under the pretense of humanitarian aid to topple governments, install politicians, and orchestrate regime changes in third world countries?
I disagree with that as somebody who has helped plan coup d'etat. Yeah. Not here, but, other places.
These are places that are practically entirely run at this point by the CIA and the U.S. State Department, which is, of course, a CIA front.
USAID provides most of the money.
This isn't a giveaway.
The State Department provides the policy vision.
This makes a difference to people's perception of us. Tricky.
What do we care about what people see? That's now we an insecure nation.
Endeavors, whether it's fighting terrorism,
Al-Shabaab groups in USAID camps,
or narcotics.
Joe Biden's State Department is commanding the Taliban to keep the opium flowing.
Or oppression or resistance to governance.
Those USAID trucks were stopped at the border to Venezuela with fully automatic weapons.
All of those things.
I don't think that's humanitarian aid.
What a difference that makes.
And if we stand for democracy anywhere, we have to stand for it everywhere, including in Guatemala.
Guatemala, what if I told you that USAID, the State Department, and the CIA created a fraudulent political party and then used that illegitimate party to rig the 2023 Guatemalan election so they could install a list of CIA-controlled politicians who would continue to allow them to run the world's...
Hey, for YouTube's sake, y'all know we have to put allegedly out here. This is all alleged information. I personally can't verify it. For YouTube's sake. Trust me, y'all. I don't like having to do the disclaimers either.
Largest child trafficking network. Install a list of CIA-controlled politicians who would continue to allow them to run the world's largest child trafficking network out of Guatemala.
Nothing to do with that? Correlation, not causation?
That is absurd.
They didn't deny it, which means that they admitted it. This is no question, a political shocker in Guatemala.
The U.S. government, the Biden administration, helped cover up voter fraud.
Why Guatemala? Why not some other country?
Guatemala is concerned about child trafficking, the NGOs that are trafficking the children.
Jill Biden was the chairman of the board of Save the Children.
You guys just raided Save the Children.
Guess who stepped in? The State Department, U.S. Embassy, and USAID. Another coincidence?
America. Wow. What if I told you that DHS, under the direct orders of Alejandro Mayorkas, would create a public-private partnership with Mexican cartels, and that HHS, under the direct orders of Xavier Becerra, would create a public-private partnership with NGOs like Save the Children and Southwest Key Programs. And in this quasi-public-private partnership, they would use your tax dollars to fund the world's largest international child trafficking operation.
As to whom we know where they are, that is outside the responsibility of the Department of Homeland Security.
This is nothing but lies. Nothing but lies.
Secretary Mayorkas, he acts like none of this ever happens.
It's his policies that caused over 500,000 of children being smuggled in this country.
And he also knew who to blame.
HHS places those children.
That's on you. Was that a question to me? Are you familiar with the sponsors?
Oh, this is getting deep.
That utilize a strip club as an address. You shrug your shoulders and then send another batch of kids out to sponsor.
Human trafficking bust at an egg farm. Federal prosecutors call it modern-day slavery.
Of course, we investigate cases of trafficking.
Another lie.
Wow. Just 3 days ago, I had no idea about USAID. Didn't know it existed. Knew nothing about it. Then you have Elon Musk and Donald Trump in collaboration with each other and initiated actions against them, which made us find out who they was and also realize the mismanagement, misuse of our taxpayer funds. The deep state, yeah, y'all should be very afraid, man. You got Donald Trump back. You got Elon Musk. Bro. I'm telling you, he builds robots, okay? You got Donald Trump, who is not Joe Biden. I think that right there is the sentence alone. We have Donald Trump, which is not Joe Biden. That's the sentence right there. But yeah, man, Elon Musk versus USAID. I say that Elon Musk is definitely winning. This is a battle of efficiency and ethics, as it is trending on X right now. But I say this is a spiritual battle right now. America is in the process of restoring itself by way of the new leadership that we have. So I say boo-hoo to everybody who's upset.